the Kellogg's Air Sports Complex. This is the Player Showcase 2011 featuring West Vancouver Soccer Club and Neusport Green 92. Let's get the lineups for both squads. First for Neusport Green 92. The head coach is Nick Arbeles. The keeper will be Aaron Lopez. Also another guest player keeper is Alex McCall. Number 1 at forward is Diego Zacharias. Number 2, defender Armando Lopez. Number 3, midfielder Fausto Uritia. Number 4 is defender Cesar Landon. Number 5, midfielder Carlos Jaramillo. Number 8 is midfielder Pablo Hernandez. Number 7 will be forward Luis Salmeron. Number 9 is midfielder Joaquin Rivas. Number 10, midfielder Paco Zitlama. Number 12 will be Jordan Martinez. Number 13, defender Salvador Cuellar. Number 14, midfielder Andrew Sullivan. Number 17, defender Frias Macis. Number 18 is midfielder Junior Valdez. 21 is defender Kyle Melies. Number 23, defender Anthony Acosta. Number 27, midfielder Jose Amaya. Number 28, and forward Jose Mayorga. Number 30, forward Lex Freeman. Number 34 is defender Diego Acala. Number 40 is midfielder Milan Popovic. And number 71 is a guest player, along with Popovic, Cody Bragg. And they may not all be playing in this match today, but that is their total lineup for Neusport Green 92. And now let's get the lineup for West Vancouver Soccer Club 93. Their team manager is Deanna Arnott, and the coach is Rick Greno. Number 4 is Josh Binfield. Number 5 is Jake Carticello. Number 6 is Taran Burr. Number 7 is Youngkoo Young. Number 8 is Sam Kupari. Number 9 is Ali Gasemenejad. Number 10 is Jesse Greno. Number 11 is Rigel Sun. Number 12 is John Mueller. Number 13 is Will Robson. Number 14 is Stephen Reed. 16 is Harrison Shrimpton. 17 is Spencer Reed. 18 is Thomas Arnott. Number 20 is Andy Chukevi Jelkuba. 21 is Cameron Baker. And that's the lineup for West Vancouver Soccer Club. We'll be back with the starting of the match in just a moment. So shift colors here at the Kellogg's Air Sports Complex. For all you sailors out there past and present, we're underway. Going from left to right is Vwsc 93, and from right to left is Neusport Green 92. Into central now, Neusport Green 92. Pushing it all the way toward the attacking third. Vwsc now with a touch on the near side, but they cannot control it. And so throwing it in will be Lex Freeman. Freeman on the near side. Has one of the red and white. Touch it. And now Freeman on a service, going to go wide at this Kellogg's Air Sports Complex, and that ball is going to go out of play. 0-0 your score, just the starting of the match. Jag Tatla, the keeper for West Vancouver Soccer Club. And Jag has it right there. Wasn't mentioned in the starting of the roster, but mentioning him now, starting that goal kick for his team. And Tatla off a bounce, and it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now, and Thomas Arnott will throw it in for WVSC. The visitors from Canada playing here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the Summerlin section. And that ball goes out of play in his boys under 18 match of the Players Showcase 2011. Happy to be joining you here. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LandryMProductions.com. Check us out at our website or either on YouTube with the small L, and you'll see a lot of resume videos there and team videos of the past. West Vancouver Soccer Club in their own defensive third. Trying to get some things going now in the central. And watching them very closely is Massis, Freeman and company on the midfield area on the near side. On the run and going down is Rigel Sun. And so it is going to be a free kick, or actually a throw-in as the ball went out of play. Jean Muller gets that ball into play. Muller should be the proper pronunciation rather than Mueller. On the near side with Muller. Muller bending that ball way up into the air toward the 18-yard box, but intercepted in the deep back. 0-0 your score. Wind blowing pretty good on this afternoon here in the Summerlin section. Nevada, Las Vegas. Neusport green, 92, driving it back and ball across midfield. And it goes all the way harmlessly over to Jag Tatla. And Tatla, you see what the ball can do with that wind, trying to create a different direction once that ball gets up in the air. Tatla settling it, and he wants to go off to the right defensive spot with Muller into the central, looking that time for Young, and it winds up on the foot of Kupari, and now it's driven back toward the near side to Muller. Muller wants to go to the central defense, and Muller gets the return pass. Muller across midfield, got a player there in a space, so that ball winds up on the foot of Lex Freeman, and he's dispossessed. On the near side with it is Muller, and it is knocked out of play, protecting into space. Jordan Martinez. In the deep back, that ball is sent all the way down for a long ball try, but way too far for Massis to get to it. Ball driven out towards the wide, and going after it is Zacharias Diego. Saw a lot of these guys the weekend before at the Mayor's International Tournament, about a month before, I should say. A lot of these guys on Neusport green, 92. Get a chance to see him again today. Quickly running onto it that time was Tar and Burr. And then now a pass, and it goes right onto the foot of Lex Freeman in the back. And now it is brought all the way back to the keeper, Aaron Lopez. And Lopez drives it up the central. On the near side, Freeman trying to keep it in, but he might have been out of play. on his run. And the central ref says he gets to throw it in. So it was lastly knocked out by Vwsc. All the way back to Tatla. So Tatla has the soccer ball in this 0-0 match. Jag Tatla gives it a ride off of a bounce to midfield. Trying to get somebody to possess it, and they do. But here's Freeman winning it in his space. Back with it is Son. And on the near side, being bumped there was Young Koo Young. And so it's going to be a free kick. As Young Koo Young drawing a foul. John Muller. Muller getting it over to Young. Young keeps it in. Nice play. Young darting toward the central. His pass intercepted, but he's got support there by Reed, Spencer Reed. And then it's taken away. Up forward. They were looking for Massis, but he wasn't able to control it. And now back with it is the red and white. Visitors from Canada, Vwsc. And a pass is now intercepted. And it goes in the own defensive half. Vwsc, they have to retreat back quickly as the counterattack ensues. And here goes Frias Massis. And Massis watch that ball go out of play. Couldn't control it on the pitch. And so it is now going to be a goal kick. As Jag Tatla going to get it started again in this 0-0 match here in the first half. About 5 or 6 minutes gone so far in the first half. Ball into central now. Winning it is Jordan Martinez, and there's going to be a foul. And a foul will allow Jordan Martinez and company to get it started on a nice free kick just past the center circle. Armando Lopez looks like he's going to take it, number 2. Well, mentioned as a defender, Lopez now. A chip into the 18-yard box, but that ball bended far away from his strikers up forward. And now Jag Tatla says, let's get going. Tatla wants to go off to the left side and try to go up that left flank. Vwsc. Center circle. Midfielder. And it winds up on the foot of Son. Son gets a strike towards Lopez, but he's able to make the save. Aaron Lopez, no problem, and sends it all the way down on a long ball. He was looking for the speedy Massis, and Massis could not quite run it down. It had way too much pace on it that time. Of course, the wind, as you see, going from left to right across the field. Tatla sending it down into the center circle. Controlled there by Robson. And then a couple other players into space. But, of course, Andrew Sullivan is able to win it and then get the attack going on the near side. And it goes all the way down to Tatla, as not being able to run onto it was Rivas, Joaquin Rivas. Here's Freeman, got a teammate there. And, of course, that's Rivas. Rivas back to Freeman on a give and go, but they were able to retreat back in the space and get that ball away from Rivas. Pablo Hernandez into space. Over to Lopez. And then now they draw it back to Zitlama. Zitlama, nicely done. Out wide to Zacharias. Diego Zacharias brings it over to Acosta. It is chip and a header, and they just missed that time. Nice service in the central of the box, but Joaquin Rivas just couldn't put it in the back of the net. He was positioned nicely there, but how he controlled the soccer ball with his head was just a little bit off the mark. Try to tuck it inside that near post. But a nice play by Anthony Acosta and a good ball inside the box. And here's Tatla. Tatla down to central. The ball is brought down. It was brought down nicely by Jordan Martinez, but Vwsc winning it. And here's Robeson. Winds up on his teammate's foot and in onto the near side on a pass as they wanted to go out wide with Muller. And it had too much pace on it, so they're going to throw it in. The visitors from right here, Neusport Green 92. And it goes out wide to Zacharias. Zacharias under a lot of pressure. Drops it back over to Acosta. Acosta off of the challenge by the Vwsc player, losing the soccer ball. And here they go back up the field across midfield as they try to get their counterattack going. But the midfielders for Neusport Green 92 stiffening up, knocking it out of play. And now, again, option to try to get it going again was taken away by the All Black, and Freeman throwing that ball toward the attacking third. Yeah, they couldn't maintain possession on the near side. Neusport Green 92 trying to keep possession in the defensive half, struggling to do so. And so they're going to draw it back in their own defensive half. And coming way up his line is Lopez. And that was a mistake. And it's a goal! Go, 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 go! Coming off his line, figuring that they wanted to try to draw it back, and maybe the keeper could put that ball all the way downfield on a counterattack, but it didn't work out that way. And it was too close on a connection there, and Young-Koo Young able to put it in the back of the net, and it is 1-0. West Vancouver Soccer Club getting on aboard first. And nice alert play by Young-Koo Young to keep the presence of mind and knowing exactly what the keeper was going to try to do and find a way to control the soccer ball and then get off the shot quickly before he could get back. And after the goal, trying to maybe get an equalizer is Neusport Green 92, as they have maintained pretty good possession in this match. But so far, the only measure of satisfaction on a scoreboard is West Vancouver Soccer Club, Vwsc 93, with the 1-0 lead. On behalf of Young-Koo Young, now right at Tatla, and Tatla has to make the save. Neusport Green 92 has been close. There's a challenge there by Zitlama, and he has to be careful there. And he was able to get the soccer ball. And Zitlama in the space with Freeman. And now they have a dangerous play. Oh, and they just could not get it in the back of the net. Dangerous play for Vwsc, and they were able to avert that try. Not able to finish on a near side in the 6-yard box. And it is still 1-0. I believe that was Rivas on the run. Joaquin Rivas. Rivas, who had the header that just went awry. He's getting closer and closer. But still no cigar for he and his teammates, down 1-0. Here's Freeman all alone, time and space. And he pushes that ball all the way to the 18-yard box. But nobody able to get on the soccer ball. Vwsc, the only player near in range. They had too much pace on it. And able to handle it was Tatla. Up the field now. In midfield, now they want to draw it back. One of the few times that you see a mistake at this age bracket, when they draw it back to their keeper, but it happens from time to time. And being victimized that time was Neusport Green 92 and their keeper Aaron Lopez by Youngkoo Young. The lone score in this match. The Players Showcase 2011, and that ball on the bend goes past the goal line. 1-0 your score here in the first half. Lopez going to set it up and drives it all the way downfield. And he gets a runner onto it. He's able to beat the defenders. Takes a shot, and it goes awry of the net. Pablo Hernandez had beat the defenders on the wide on the right flank. He stopped for a moment instead of continuing on and took the shot, and he missed it. And so it is still 1-0. Not a bad sequence there, but they didn't get the finish. Jag Tatla relieved that that did not turn out to be a finish for a score. Pushing it up the midfield, and then now these defenders having trouble as Neusport Green pushing it toward the attacking third, keeping the pressure on. Here is Vwsc, said he can't keep it in. Vwsc's touching it last, and he'll give up a goal kick. The wind playing all kind of havoc with him that time, and a ball two up in the air. Vwsc to get to it before it went past the goal line. And now on the wide side, West Vancouver Soccer Club try to get something going. And in the attacking third, a challenge. Neusport Green 92 winning that soccer ball, getting it to Rivas. Rivas going out wide. He's got the runner from the deep back, Vwsc, and Vwsc can't get to the soccer ball. 1-0, Vwsc leading in this match. A year ago was the 21st Winter Olympic Games in Vancouver. 120 kilometers of venues and action from Richmond all the way to downtown Vancouver, and then out to the resort of Whistler. A number of great venues, and the world was able to watch as Vancouver put on a great display. Ended up third in a medal count about a year ago. And here's one of their own leading 1-0 in this match. The Players Showcase 2011. And it is knocked out of play as Lex Freeman trying to get it to a teammate. The throw in by Rivas. And Rivas on the near side finds Jordan Martinez, and then it was dispossessed and sent up to midfield. Young trying to get to it. He can't. But Vwsc, and complaining that time is Youngkoo Young on the near side. Felt that he was Kyle Mellies had fouled him, but the central ref did not call that. And on the far side, it's going to be a throw-in, though, for Neusport Green 92 as Vwsc knocking it out. And a fresh player coming in for Neusport Green 92. And if we do not see exactly who it is, we will mention him anytime as they touch that soccer ball. Here is a header brought down in front of Paco Zitlama, but he couldn't get to it. And the deep defender did, pushing it out of play. Far side touchline. And it's 1-0 match. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you on this Players Showcase 2011 between Vwsc and a flick on, and Tatla able to make the save. Jack. And Neusport Green 92 as they continue to try and put one in the back of the net. Not a bad try on the last sequence. Coming into the space was Young, and now here's Young again trying to get a return pass, but the pass went out of play. So it's a throw in. Neusport Green 92, the header up forward. And that ball was brought down right to a Vwsc player. To the demise of Neusport Green 92 in their attack. And now they're going to try it again on their counter. Sullivan trying to get to the soccer ball. Couldn't quite get it. Now he has it. Sullivan and a beautiful ball up forward. But just too much pace on it that time. Trying to chase it down was Vwsc. And Vwsc, all he could do was pressure the defender, who then deposited it on the near side out of play. Neusport Green 92 quickly getting it in to Jordan Martinez. And Martinez couldn't go any further as it was knocked out of play as they protected the space in their right defensive spot. In the defensive third, all the way across midfield. Young trying to get to it, but he could not. Here's Young again. Want to put pressure, and he did on Melis. And it goes out wide. Chasing it down is Acosta. The defender and Acosta across midfield. It rolls right by Vwsc and all the way down to Tatla. Jag drives it up to midfield and then stiffening up at midfielder and winning that soccer ball and pushing the defenders to retreat back in their own defensive half. However, they push it up to midfield. It goes by Sullivan, and it's over to Melis. And Melis back to Sullivan. Sullivan in that central defensive spot. And Sullivan goes right. They get right by him. But his teammates are able to support in their own defensive half, push it across midfield onto the foot of Jaramillo. Settled nicely, and then back to Jaramillo. A nice ball out wide to Jaramillo, who goes on the counter attack, or I should say the give and go, over to Jordan Martinez, who was under a lot of pressure, had to give it up. And Young now, his pass bending its way over towards striker Stephen Reed, but it goes wide now along the far side touchline, and now into space. A lot of pressure from the back with Diego Zacharias, and Zacharias not allowing him to do anything along their left flank. Nice play into space by Diego. Here's the throw in into the corner. The visitors from across the border, our northern border, Vwsc. West Vancouver trying to continue on in the defensive half. They can't. Dispossessed by Neusport Green 92. Here's a quick counterattack to Lex Freeman, and a shot and a save by Tatla. Jag Tatla able to make the save and protect the near post as Lex Freeman a bid along that left flank. He was pressured by the defender, but he still got off a decent shot. Back upfield with Andrew Sullivan. Sullivan over to Lopez. Lopez along the near side. And a pass back to Lopez. Lopez, he of the reddish cleats, trying to look for somebody in the space, but it was intercepted as they played nicely in their defensive third, sending it all the way across midfield from Melis. Melis sending it all the way down forward along that central. But they were able to push it back to midfield. And now retreating back to support in the back is Rigel's son. And that ball goes out of play on the near side. As it's brought back in, Vwsc. Stephen Reed was trying to get it into space, could not. So winning it, Jaramillo. Jaramillo was looking for Joaquin Rivas. He didn't get it. Into central, an intercept by Zitlama. Zitlama getting the soccer ball again. He can't quite get it out wide, but then finally a teammate is able to win it into space, and that's Lex Freeman. Freeman, nicely done, waiting for a teammate to help out with Jordan Martinez. And then now, after the intercept, you have a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick. So free kick into space for West Vancouver Soccer Club. Leading 1-0 here in the first half. About 25 minutes gone so far in the first half. That ball sent all the way down to the keeper for Neusport Green 92, Aaron Lopez. Lopez sending that ball all the way toward the attacking third. Nobody to run onto it momentarily. They do get somebody to run onto it. I believe that was Zitlama in this space. He draws it back to Armando Lopez for a nice run. But the pass intercepted, the pass there by Jordan Martinez, and it's brought all the way back to the defensive half of Neusport Green 92, where you see there Melis going to over to the wide side to Acosta, and he couldn't handle the soccer ball. Maybe the wind kind of playing with that soccer ball, and it goes out of play. Vwsc will throw it in. On the far side touchline, as you see there, is number 9, Ali Gassimenejad. So Gassimenejad into the match. And this ball is sent down the left flank for a runner. They won't get one as Melis gets to it, pushes it up forward. Now they want to collect it, get their passing game going, maintain the touches. Jordan Martinez on the near side gets a runner from the back, and that's Armando Lopez. Lopez to the near side. Up forward, it winds on the foot of Lex Freeman, and then they get a player to put it in the back of the net, and it's a goal! Go, 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 goal! 1-1. Neusport Green 92 tying up the match. They got what they wanted along the right flank, and that is Joaquin Rivas. And Rivas, the finish. Beautiful ball that time over to Joaquin Rivas, and it is 1-1. So Young Koo Young scoring a goal for West Vancouver Soccer Club, and Joaquin Rivas scoring it for Neusport Green 92 in his under-18 Players Showcase 2011 match here at the Kellogg Zayers Sports Complex. And now here's West Vancouver now, trying to pressure Sullivan. Sullivan has to be turned around now. He's got to go out and protect on the wide, and he drives that ball out of play. Way out of play, bouncing over towards the other field. As Sullivan realizing I better get back and I better protect my space, and he does that nicely, maybe too nicely for the soccer ball. So now they get another one. Or maybe that one was retrieved. You're scoring this match here in the 28th minute, unofficially 29th minute. The throw in from their left flank. And a service up in the air, going to go against the wind. And it drops right into the hands of Aaron Lopez. He gets it going quickly on a counterattack. Goes out wide for Vwsc. Vwsc now, who scored the goal, pushing and trying to get to that soccer ball. And it goes past the goal line, and Vwsc will watch Tatla be able to get it going on a goal kick. 1-1 your score in this match. Nick Arbelia's squad tying the match up with Rick Greneau. West Valley Soccer Club at 1. The header by Armando Lopez. Now brought down, a touch there by Jaramillo, but in the space it's intercepted by Young-Koo Young. Young retreating back in his own defensive half to help out. Lopez, the throw in. Trying to get it over there to Salmeron, and now it winds up on the central. And West Vancouver winning the soccer ball, but they give it away. And now here is Diego Zacharias. Zacharias trying to keep it in, or actually what he was trying to do is get it knocked off of the foot of the defender that time. Are not retreating back, but he just couldn't quite make that happen. So now it's going to be a goal kick again for Jag Tatla. And the West Vancouver Soccer Club knotted up in a 0-0 match here as we wind towards halftime. Tatla up the central. Will it be won by his teammates? No. However, off the carom, they win it. And now on the run was Sun, but he didn't get to it as he was being shielded by a defender. Neusport Green 92, and up the central, that pass intercepted right to Sullivan. But Sullivan loses balance, regains it, gets to the soccer ball in time, and then gets it over to Lopez, who forwards it up forward in the center circle. But they do not maintain possession. And now here's Zetlama. Zetlama getting it over to Sullivan. Andrew Sullivan on the run from the back, up the central now. Getting it out wide. He's got a teammate there, and that's Jordan Martinez. Martinez still staying with a soccer ball, and then he gets dispossessed at the last moment as Vwsc protecting on the exterior of the 18-yard box. If they don't do so, that could be a dangerous play for them. All the way across the field now to Sullivan. Sullivan across midfield. Sullivan along the right side, getting it up to Vwsc, and then he drops it off to Zacharias. Zacharias' pass is intercepted in the central of the 18, just at the top, and then going back is Zacharias, and Zacharias said, I'm going to continue to play here, and I'm going to run up there and try and sneak attack towards getting that soccer ball back. It almost worked that time. They throw it in. They give it away, though. Here's Vwsc. He's dangerous, and he's not able to control it the way he wants to, and it goes harmlessly to Tatla. Tatla off to the left flank. They want to go. Driving Sullivan back over there, protecting his right defensive spot, and pushes it out of play. The red and white going to throw it in. In this 1-1 match of the Players Showcase 2011. Greg G.K. Porter with you here in the Kellogg's Air Sports Complex. I've always said it's kind of a stair-step approach from this field that starts off of this great sports complex and works its way all the way to the last field. It just seems to kind of go up a little bit by little bit. And a real estate over here in the Summerlin section. Here's Sullivan throwing it in. So the next field being higher than the field before it. Here is Salmeron. Salmeron driving it, and he almost scored. Luis Salmeron, a big shot that time. And he nearly beat the keeper, Tatla. Nice try by Salmeron. He had to deal with the wind, but he tried it anyway. You never know. Cameron Baker comes in for WVSC. And if we miss one of the other subs, because it looked like two players came out, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. Up to Central now. Off to 50-50. It winds up to Zitlama, but then he loses it. And it goes over to Gasamanajai. And they have it in their own defensive half, and on the near side it's going to go out of play as Sun can't get to it. So it'll be a throw-in for Armando Lopez. Neusport Green 92. Probably about the 37th minute of the match. As that ball off to the wide. And it still going forward, but it is going to go out of play as they run out of real estate. The West Vancouver Soccer Club will throw it in it's 1-1 match. Hope you're enjoying this match with your beverage or your snack, or neither of the two, depending on how you're set up to watch this one. It has been a good one so far in the first half in a 1-1 match. Rivas scoring for Neusport Green 92, and scoring for West Vancouver Soccer Club is Young Koo Young. As Young started the scoring first on a mistake by Aaron Lopez. And then later, Rivas on a beautiful ball. His run down the right flank, being able to beat the keeper, Tatla. On the near side, winning it. Young with a little bit of the body, getting away with it, though. Young on a move, and it goes out of play as he can't possess it any longer. Is coming up to help out on the defensive play was Armando Lopez. So it is, although looking like it was going to be a throw-in, there was a call by the center ref, and it's a free kick. And looks like Gasamanajai is going to take it. Ali on a bending ball in the box. Could be dangerous. It's up in the air. Lopez trying to search for it. And a double whistle. It doesn't matter as time has run out here in the first half. And you have Young Koo Young scoring a goal for West Vancouver Soccer Club, and Joaquin Rivas scoring the goal for Neusport Green 92. We'll be right back with the second half of this match, so stick with us. The second half, get ready to get underway. This Player Showcase 2011 between West Vancouver Soccer Club and Neusport Green 92. They're all knotted up with each other at 1-1. In this boys under 19 match. If I mentioned boys under 18, I was incorrect. On the near side, Vwsc working with it is Caracello. And Caracello, we get an opportunity to see him on the near side here in the second half, as he was in the far side of things in that first half. And going to throw it in now. Thomas Arnott getting it into Burr. Teron Burr. Muller is pass to Gasamerajad. And on it, Arnott off of a bounce. No problem for the new keeper in the second half, Alex McCall. McCall now in the match. Neusport Green 92. Jag Tatla still back between the posts, and he makes a save for West Vancouver SC. And West Vancouver pass, looking that time for Andy Shuki Vijalkuba, and he couldn't get to it. And that pass into the central for Kukpari, but it went over to Sullivan, and now on the near side, Neusport Green 92. Jordan Martinez touched it, and then now the deep back. Vwsc pushing it all the way down. Sullivan getting it over to Zacharias. Back to Sullivan. In his central. A stab at it is Mellies. And now he gets Armando Lopez on a wide side. And Lopez. That ball goes out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in by Vwsc. Gasamerajad. And he's into space in the corner, pushing it forward toward that 18-yard box, but quickly jumping on that soccer ball was Mellies, the defender. And Kyle doing a fine job that time protecting for Neusport Green 92. And so now on a set piece, they're going to have to defend in their own 18. The outswinger up in the air. McCall able to make the save. Nice job, but it comes right back into the 18-yard box, and it goes over the top. And thankfully, as McCall watches that one go awry over the top of the net. On the try by Will Robeson. In that box. And McCall now will get the goal kick. So dual keepers in this match for Neusport Green, a 92. McCall getting it forward to a teammate and then swept back by Jordan Martinez to Sullivan. On the near side, they move their attack all the way up to Diego Zacharias. Zacharias, flick back to Zacharias, and it hits the post, and it doesn't go in. Oh, that time Joaquin Rivas, a heel pass back to Diego Zacharias, and it was a flick backwards to Zacharias, and he nearly beat the keeper. And, you know, you see it in hockey. Of course, West Vancouver Soccer Club having a very, very good hockey team up there, the Vancouver Canucks. Those keepers like to kiss the post before the game starts. And that time, if you will, the kiss was just what they needed. Otherwise, it would have been, as Tatla makes a save here, it would have been 2-1. And so Tatla up the central. And the end fortune for the backyard club of Neusport Green 92, not able to get the lead in this match. Alex McCall, though, wants to get it started again. On the near side, here's Rebus. Rebus scored the goal in the first half. Joaquin under a lot of pressure, being chased there, but he gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan get a little time and space, and a nice ball right there to the space of Massis, and he maintains possession of it. And then on the near side with the overlapping run was Joaquin Rebus, but his teammate Zacharias couldn't hold it in. And now West Vancouver, as they have Shrimpton bringing it up. And then now a touch by Muller. Back into the central. And against the wind as it pushes it towards that far side touchline. And you get to see how strong that wind is, and it goes out of play. As John Muller gets it in. Muller looking for a teammate to run onto it. Won't get it this time. It goes all the way back to Alex McCall. Her Neusport Green 92 into the central. But winning it in the central. Neusport Green 92. And they want to go further with Diego Zacharias, and Zacharias twisted around. West Vancouver still on a soccer ball with Baker, and then now up to central. And you see the beads here on a synthetic surface kind of spark up a little bit off the turf, all the way harmlessly back to Alex McCall. And towards the top of the 18. And in the deep back, they're able to push it upfield, trying to get Massis. And that ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Neusport Green 92. Rebus gets it in. Into the center circle with Jordan Martinez, but Martinez couldn't get it to his teammate. Lex Freeman coming back. So is Jordan Martinez into space, trying to corral their opportunity to go forward with the soccer ball. So they want to switch the point of attack, and that pass is intercepted. Grievous drawing it back, and then a give and go. Up forward on the long ball. Massis on the wide. Massis, and he goes down. And let's see if it'll be a foul on the play, or will it just be a throw-in? It looks like it's just going to be a throw-in. And Armando Lopez nearly went down. He still was able to maintain possession of the soccer ball. He gets it over to Massis. Massis drops it back to Jordan Martinez. Martinez on the run. Martinez being marked heavily. Double team. Draws it back. Gets it over to Lopez, and then back to Massis. Massis, and right at the keeper as he got it in the 6-yard box, and he wanted to get a carom, a strike past the keeper, and it just didn't quite work out that time. They were on sides, and they just couldn't quite get to the soccer ball to beat Tatla. About 9 minutes or so unofficially gone here in the second half. 1-1 is still the score here at the Summerlin section of Vegas. The Players Showcase 2011. And his boys under 19 match. On it now, quickly, is Rebus. Rebus couldn't find anybody, so they give it away to West Vancouver. West Vancouver SC trying to get it out of their own defensive half, and they're not going to be able to do so as they were pressured nicely by the hometown squad, Neusport Green 92. As they continue toward the attacking third, here's Diego Zacharias. Zacharias, a nice ball. It winds up in a central and a shot. But Tatla is able to make the save as he goes diving to the ground. So Jag Tatla pushing it all the way across midfield to Andrew Sullivan. The header winds up over there to Kupari and his teammates, who gather it up, and they bring it up from their own defensive half with Arnott. Arnott trying to go on the near side to Caracello, and that was all broken up along their right defensive spot. Zacharias involved in that one. As they've got it back in, Vwsc on the near side. Zacharias trying to get to the soccer ball. Zacharias goes down, and it's going to be a free kick.
Okay, someone wide. Who's got the wide player ID?
Or no, it actually turns out to be a throw-in. And actually going down on that play was Salmoron. Or no, Pablo Hernandez. Thought it was Zacharias. And they've got a free kick now after that throw-in. Freeman running onto the soccer ball, trying to get a return pass. Won't be able to do so. However, Neusport Green 92, they still have it. But that was only momentarily as they've given it away to Vwsc. Nice challenge in the spot. And here's Zacharias now. Zacharias on a give and go into the box. It's Diego Zacharias, and his teammate deflects it towards the other side, the back post, as he was flying by on that left flank. And that ball, he was out of play past the goal line. The nice decision by Zacharias. He found a teammate, but he just could not control it in the field of action. Actually, take that back. That was an offsides call. His teammate. Well, no, it was a goal kick. I was correct the first time. Thought it might be an offsides call. Either way, the try went awry for Neusport Green 92. Ball across the center circle. Sullivan now chasing it down. In his boys under 19 match, he was trying to get it to Freeman, and it was lastly knocked out by a player of the red and white. West Vancouver Soccer Club now. As soccer in Canada has just gotten better and better over the years. From what it used to be all nothing but hockey that you would think of, and across the border, our northern border, because of the weather and such. But things have changed. They are much, much better as a nation in baseball, much, much better in soccer than they used to be. And a lot of it's due to players like this club here, West Vancouver Soccer Club. And trying to defend And doing a fine job of it that time was Arnott. Cross midfield off of a bounce. But it looks like Neusport Green 92 is going to get to it with Mellies. Mellies dropping it back to Acosta. Back to Mellies. Mellies under a lot of pressure, and Kyle shows his strength that time and gets it forward to his teammate in his central. Nicely done. I believe that was Pablo Hernandez. But his pass intercepted and sent all the way back to the keeper, Alex McCall, coming way off his line. Alex slingshotting it off to the left flank to Sullivan. Sullivan's pass, it was directed back to him, but then it was knocked out of play. As Sullivan was going to try a long ball down that left flank, or maybe try and switch the point of attack, as he often does. Number of years watching Sullivan. And a number of players on this Neusport Green 92. And that ball goes out of play, chasing it down. Carlos Jaramillo. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution. It's coming in now for West Vancouver, Spencer Reed. And also looks like they've gotten Stephen Reed into the contest now. So the two Reeds into the match. Spencer now. And Neusport Green 92, they win it. And it is a pass by Rivas up forward, and this one is behind the keeper. So Jag Tatla watches that counterattack go awry for the hometown team, Neusport Green 92. And now there's going to be substitution for Neusport Green. And we will mention any of those players that come in as they touch that soccer ball. And a keeper, Jag Tatla, along the near side, getting it over to Caracello. Caracello to the interior and then gets a return pass. Trying to go up forward to his teammate, Stephen Reed, but dispossessed. Neusport Green 92 up to Central. But they can't hold on to it very long, as onto it there was Burr, dropping it back, and then out to the wide. A pass up forward by Muller, and then try to get a player to run across that midfield stripe and run onto it, but they could not. But now in his space, couple of players going down. Central rep says play on. Sullivan. 50-50, won by West Vancouver. They give it away as Hernandez and company drive it down to Tatla, and Tatla able to make the save. Score is still 1-1 as both teams scored in the first half. Youngkoo Young opened up the scoring for West Vancouver. And then Joaquin Rivas tied it up. Still the same score. And Diego Zacharias trying to get it up forward to Rivas, but he never got to it. In the back, they push it up forward, and now here's a strike quickly by Gasimenejad. And Alex McCall getting to it first. McCall going out to Sullivan, who's trying to go forward. And now that ball is intercepted. But offsides call going against West Vancouver. And a free kick. Alex McCall sets it up to to drive that ball all the way downfield and has to quickly get back to his own net. Never know, that ball can be intercepted and come right back at him very, very quickly, especially the older you see the age bracket. We do a lot of ages, all the way from 8 years of age all the way up to this age bracket, and some older. That ball is deposited back of the net. The one with the geometric designs, the one of the most favorite sport in the world, football in most countries, soccer in this one. 1-1 your score here in this Players Showcase 2011 match. Boys under 19, Neusport Green and West Vancouver Soccer Club. Setting it up, Armando Lopez. Lopez now wants to get a good play going. Going to do it against the wind. Lopez, the outswinger. That ball drifting away with a lot of English on it. Able to keep it in the defensive half is the All Black. As bringing it up there was Costa, but they were able to intercept and push it back across midfield. But Neusport Green, 9-2, Pablo Hernandez going out wide. Lopez now, Armando getting it over to Zitlama, and then Zitlama dropping it back across midfield.
Yes, Jake. Well done, Jake.
But a giveaway now, and here is Youngku Young. Young over the keeper, and he hit the top of the crossbar. He beat Alex McCall, but he didn't beat the team by getting it in the back of the net. And it is still 1-1. And the ref says play on. After that exchange, Youngku Young, a bid to get his second goal of the match, but just did not bend that ball in the back of the net. It was just a little bit too high. And a substitution's coming in for the red and white. Coming in now, Rigel's son, number 11. And Josh Binfield, also number 4. Getting close to the 22nd minute. Unofficially, .40-minute halves. Gonna throw it in now. On a near side, Neusport Green 92, and they give it away. Youngku Young, Young in a box, looking for his teammate who pops it up in the air to goal! Go, 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 go! Youngku Young started it with all that heavy-duty work, the big lifting, and Stephen Reed, the finish. And it is 2-1. West Vancouver. Big play. And they take the lead with it. Nice combination that time. And Reed, the finish. Youngku Young just missing his own opportunity just a minute or so before. But he gets his teammate to finish it off. Coming up on that right flank. And so now in their own defensive half, Zacharias off of a bounce. And the work now, but plenty of time left to go in this match. For Neusport Green 92, the home team, to try and catch up. Tie up this match. They're only down by 1. But the visitors from across the northern border entertaining the 1-goal lead. At this juncture, Alex McCall McCall swinging it over to Sullivan. Sullivan, he has the strong abilities back in the defensive half, but his teammates can't handle it. They give it away now. And going forward, trying to get it to Benfield, and it is knocked out. Sullivan over there to protect. West Vancouver Soccer Club now. It's thrown in. Teran Bird trying to handle it, and he did not. Gave it away. On the far side touchline, Neusport Green 92 as they throw it in. Can they maintain possession? And that's cross midfield. Intercepted momentarily, but Neusport Green 92 winning it back. But then they gave it away again. Vwsc back towards the attacking third, but Sullivan is in range, and he drives the ball out of play. Andrew Sullivan, if he's in range and can get to that soccer ball, he's not going to allow you very many opportunities to get behind him. He goes down this time, and so they have a run on the wide side, but they do have a player in the interior of the box, and that happened to be Kyle Mellies, and Mellies getting it out of the 18. And now running onto it is Jordan Martinez. Martinez under a lot of pressure, still able to turn and get it forward. And now they have a run as they get it to Salmeron. Salmeron trying to go further, and he will not be able to go any further as they knock it out of play, but they'll be able to throw it in as Salmeron pursuing along the left flank. And Mellies and company fine job of getting the counterattack going. Over here to Jordan Martinez in the central. Martinez under pressure. A stab at it, can't get it. Jordan Martinez, another attempted strike, can't quite get it. However, they give it away. They gave it away to Zitlama. But now in the central, they're able to win it back and get it by Sullivan, and an offsides call. They tried to go up the central, but wasn't going to work that time, as marked up real well with Sullivan and his teammate. Up to central, and it winds on the foot of Salmeron, and he drives the ball way over the top of the net. And it hits those rocks and kind of jags its way in a different direction. Jag Tatla, his team, entertaining the 1-goal lead, hoping that will maintain to the end of the match. About 27 minutes gone so far in this second half. 67-minute mark, so to speak. The header, and it going backwards for Neusport Green 92. Acosta on the near side. Going to be a free kick. Ball driven up the central, now out to the wide. Far side of your picture. Neusport Green 92, they have a runner into the box, but he can't possess it any longer as they stiffen up in their 18, and they push it all the way up forward. But Sullivan is there, and he pushes it right back in their defensive half. And one of the players for Neusport Green 92 going down, but they win the soccer ball anyway. Here is Salmeron. Salmeron towards the 18, but he can't go any further as they stiffen up at the top of the box. But they still have a player in the midfield that win it. They win it over to Zacharias. Zacharias, Diego trying to get a player in the box. And a heel pass by Armando Lopez. He might have hurt himself trying to do that. And going back to go get it now is Acosta to Sullivan. Sullivan now. Beautiful flick towards his center of that defensive contingent at the moment. But their pass up forward is brought right back towards the midfield area. Here's Jordan Martinez. He goes out. Wants to go to the left side of the attack to Sullivan. Sullivan weaving his way and wants to draw it back over to Zacharias. And Zacharias getting it over to Acosta. And Acosta has a teammate up the central. And that ball is slowed up by the wind, and getting to it was Tatla. And all in the same motion, Sullivan trying to go right back up the central, and he's trying to help out the offensive attack, and he's doing a pretty good job of it right now as they get it going up forward toward the attacking third. And that pass to Salmeron, he didn't get it as it was protected in the space by West Vancouver. The throw-in. And it's 2-1 match for West Vancouver Soccer Club. Now here's Zacharias, and Zacharias really did not settle that ball and get a good shot on it. And so they give up a try. And when you're down by a goal or more, you don't want to give up decent opportunities. That was a decent opportunity in the attacking third to at least pass the soccer ball, but Zacharias wanting to take a shot, and he really didn't get a good foot on the soccer ball to direct it in a way of being a challenging shot. Back up forward for WVSC, but there's Sullivan again. He gets it going. Back in their defensive half. WVSC has to defend, and that pass goes right across the mouth of the 6-yard box and nearly was brought down. They had a player on the backside, but just couldn't quite get him to bring it down, and that being Joaquin Ribas. Ribas has already scored 1 goal in the match. Tatla. Ribas. On the near side, WVSC keeping it in. Nicely done by Benfield. Upfield, got a player now into space, and that is Stephen Reed. Reed drops it back to Burr, Teron Burr. Burr now finds Rigel's son. Son on a give and go. Son still controlling the soccer ball. Rigel's son. And it goes over to Young, but Young couldn't go any further as they take it off his plate. And they try to continue up forward as Sullivan, but his pass doesn't reach its intended target. And back to Young. He's dangerous. Young off of Alex McCall. And McCall was fortunate that time because Youngku Young had him dead to rights, but McCall came off his line and at least presented somewhat of an obstacle, and basically Young just missed his try that time. Didn't strike it the way he wanted to. Otherwise, he beats Alex McCall. Youngku Young would have loved to have that one back because a 2-goal lead is big in this portion of the match. The 33rd minute, trying to go further in the 18, but they can't. However, they get support from the back. Running up to it is Arnott. Arnott, his service turns out to be a shot and a save by Alex McCall. Alex sending it down, looking for Ribas, but Ribas couldn't hold it. Intercepted, and then now they try it again, and they were trying to get the runner in Jordan Martinez, but he didn't connect on it. And on the near side, they have Acosta. Acosta finds his teammate Zacharias. Back to Acosta. Tried to long ball it up to Lex Freeman, but he didn't get it. Now as it goes back in their own defensive half, Sullivan 50-50, and he's going to go chase it down. But he's got Benfield giving him pressure, and he's going to draw it right back to Alex McCall. McCall, a lot of English on the ball. Didn't really strike it well. However, fortunately, his teammate was in the space, and they're able to move it across midfield. On to it now is Martinez. Martinez's pass intercepted. But it winds out of the foot of Zacharias, but he can't go any further as he stiffened up in his space. Nearly a handball, and it's called on Anthony Acosta. Free kick. Youngkoo Young drops it back to Burr. And Burr wants to go back in his own half of the field to a teammate, and then it gets right back to a Burr. Burr on the near side. He's got a teammate across midfield. I believe that was Arnott, either he or Spencer Reed. And he goes out of play as they were looking for Youngkoo Young. Young, who's got an assist in this match. And he's got a goal. Along with Stephen Reed to give him the 2-1 lead. About the 36-minute mark now, or the 76th minute unofficially of the match. Sullivan now, after the throw-in, they work it to the far side of their offense, the left flank, and now they want to go down to central looking for their teammate Vwsc, but he couldn't get to it. But Vwsc is still in the area. But he won't be able to get to it. It goes upfield. And Rigel's son running into a problem as they double team him and dispossess him. But Son gets back, and his pass is intercepted. Doesn't get to Youngkoo Young, and all the way back at their defensive half again, and defensive third. Along the near side on their left defensive spot, pushing it out of play on the near side touchline to throw in. By Acosta, now to Zacharias. Zacharias' strike, not hitting its intended target, and so back the other way, nearly a handball. But it was not, and finally a whistle. And it was an offsides call. So a little too ambitious for the striker there in the space. Getting it going again. The all-black of Neusport Green 92 running out of time in his Boys Under 19 Players Showcase 2011 match. Down 2-1 into the central with Arnott. The teammate in the central of the box gets it out of there. Now here's Freeman and right at Jag Tatla. Tatla able to make the save, and Freeman didn't take any time. He just swept the soccer ball right very strongly at Tatla. And Tatla able to make the save. Trying to surprise Jag on a play. Not a bad decision late in the match. If you can be accurate with the soccer ball, my Lex Freeman. After the free kick, Sullivan off of a carom. They're able to win it. Neusport Green 92. They need to win the soccer ball as much as they can. They need to keep it away from the visitors north of the border, West Vancouver. And that ball pushed on the near side for Zacharias, and it goes out of play. Protecting was Arnott in his space. Wanted to mention Vancouver and Canada, all of Canada winning 21 medals in the Olympics. 26 medals, take that back. They had 14 gold, 7 silver, and 5 bronze a year ago. A wonderful Olympics coming in third with Germany second and the United States in first. Great host of that 21st Olympiad, Winter Olympics. And a header at that time up high, and they just couldn't connect to tie the match. A beautiful service in the box. Neusport Green 92 not able to tie up the match as going up high was Vwsc. He's done that, and he just hasn't been able to put it in the back of the net when he's done that. And that is the end of the match. Their last opportunity was Joaquin Vwsc, and it ends in a 2-1 loss to West Vancouver Soccer Club. We hope you have enjoyed this match. A wonderful one here in the Players Showcase 2011. Both teams will congratulate each other for their efforts. The Canadian visitors from West Vancouver, 93 team, and Neusport Green, 92. Scoring, Vwsc for Neusport Green, Young Koo Young opened it up for West Vancouver Soccer Club, and then Stephen Reed, the winning goal off the assist from Young Koo Young. So this is Greg G.K. Porter for LangevinProductions.com saying take a look at us on YouTube with a small L. We've got a lot of player resume videos and team videos from previous years all the way up to the current. So take care of yourself. God bless, and as always, save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.
Hi, my name is Diego. I play for Neusport, right mid or forward. I'm 18. I would like to go to Dixie and play there. The game was alright. We just need to win the next game. We just have to score them. We just got to score more goals, and that's it. We're pretty good. We played pretty good. We touched the ball a little bit more. We just need to score, and that's it.
Hi, I'm Jose Manuel Mayorga. I'm 19. I go to CSN, College of Southern Nevada. I usually play right forward or attacking midfielder. Our team generally likes to touch the ball. We like to keep it on the ground. We try to defend hard, put pressure, shift when the ball moves. I would like to play at a college, but in all honesty, I want to be an English professor, so that's kind of my first ambitions first. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Goodbye. Have a good one.